might go blind, and the blind can't lead the blind. Dropping gems on them, they don't pay no mind. Nope. It ain't worth throwing pearls to swine. Love that fast money, wanna stick something. But a slow million better than a quick 100. One line at a time, keeping hits coming. Uncut blow, take a whiff of it. It's a shame what they do for wealth. Wanna be Wayne, shoot yourself. Like December 31st. Let off from choppers like it's January 1st. July 4th with them fireworks. Put that mask on, October 31st. You the best, guess we the worst. This is my world, Mr. Universe.
Live and direct for the cash and respect. From the bottom of the barrel like a terrorist threat. To the top like a crowd high on the apex. Old school, new school, every goon on deck. Coming live and direct for the cash and respect. From the bottom of the barrel like a terrorist threat. To the top like a crowd high on the apex. Old school, new school, every goon on deck.
Coming live and direct, imparting your disrespect. From the G's to the goons, little homies on deck. This is boom back like a terrorist threat. Keep it gully good, yeah, shame my rap. Spit a universal code, take game and bet. Call me pre-thinker, bring your gang and set. I'm a suicide king, never bang regret. From the bottom of the barrel like the game is fit. As long as I'm alive, too legit to quit. The hustle is the turn, trying to flip the script. Don't let the struggle burn, you gotta flick the switch. Third pound on the moon, so ridiculous. Oh.
Never judge a book by its cover. Realest story never told, word of mother. The blood been bonded by the mother. Never judge a book by its cover. Realest story never told, word of mother. The blood been bonded by the mother. Yeah.
You already made the assumption. The look on your face like you hate me or something. I cannot wait till the day that I'm bumping. People today really think I be bugging. One thing that I value above money is loyalty. Snakes in the grass, I don't cut it, they calling me. Don't want me winning, they trying to get all of me. Deal with the pressure, ain't no annoying me. Remember the joke in the season? They jealous, they couldn't believe it. Now I'm excelling, I'm here for a reason. Blood for my brothers, I pledge the allegiance. I do what I do for a reason. Third pound gave me the season. Tell your baby daddy stop the bleeding. Cause the lies that he's telling ain't believing. I play it by ear though, thug with a working bird, but I'm the weirdo.
Yeah, did you do some what? Don't get me wrong and spit about it. Throw your hands up. I wanna know something though. Everyone's talking about how much guns they got. Everyone's talking about how much they keep it real. And everyone's talking about how many niggas they kill. But I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. Where's the snitches at? Where's the bitches at? Where's the niggas that just can't take the pressure, man? Where's the set trippers, the fiends and backstabbers? Cause I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. Going around, we can get it on. Listen, but if you tryna shine, the nigga I'd advise throw some glitter on. This nigga wrong, heard the flow. Third for show, bite the hand that feeds you, deserve to choke. But shit, I ain't mad, we could burn the smoke. Shit, I'm cool, I bought a noose, you could learn the ropes. I show you how you be a everybody, every day. And blade the pump, they never gave a fuck about them anyway. Any day, you might see me with the link when it's out 3. Truthfully, I give a fuck what they thinking about me. I don't know y'all niggas from a hole in the wall. Shit stain all soaking the drawers. I came knocking for the game, nigga, open the door. Pain stopping at your brain when I'm holding the fall. 3 holes in his head, you can ball with the ball. And I know that you know that I know that you ain't sure if I got my cash up, Mag Tucker, if I'm just vulnerable. The ladder's not likely, dog, and I don't mind showing you. Pine cone you, letting God get a hold of you, knowing that it's my time and I'm overdue. What? But everyone's talking about how much guns they got. Everyone's talking about how much they keep it real. And everyone's talking about how many niggas they kill. But I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. Where's the snitches at? Where's the bitches at? Where's the niggas that just can't take the pressure, man? Where's the set trippers, the fiends and backstabbers? I'm just trying to know how everybody's a gangster.
Bang! Salute. Welcome to BANGnACES Live and Direct Sport Commentary. Live with your host, Bang! You already know. It is Thursday night. Spits and dribbles. Pick Shits and Giggles NFL matchup preview. Live with the BANGnACES and Sir Charles to start it all. Welcome to the BANGnACES Live and Direct. Welcome back, people. Matchups are up this week. We get to see AFC Bengals at Bills, Jaguars at Chiefs. Ooh, big time games in Arrowhead. For Trevor Lawrence and Dougie Peterson, this team's talent must be respected. Yet no one expects Jags to advance. No one expects the Jags to advance past this week. And I have a big question mark. Big question mark about that. Then we have the NFC Giants and the Eagles, Eastern Division showdown for the marbles to shine and marvel on. Danny Dimes has marveled all season long. I don't know how he's gotten it done in the air, but he has. He's running the ball. Barkley running the ball. His option is crazy. Ooh, this is a sick game. Yeah, Jay Hurts is back. With a hurt shoulder or not, the guy's back. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, y'all. Y'all better come ready, because Jay Hurts seems like he's ready. Top 6 in the league in defense. So this divisional rival game looks to be an if-factor game. And the outcomes, causes, sacrifices on the field. If the Giants, I don't know if the Giants can upset the Philly nostalgia in Philly. But upset alert on those two games. First and foremost, salute everybody. Salute to KnowItAllDesigns.com. Salute to ColdWaterNoBleach.com. Salute to BANGnACESLIVeNDIRECT.com. Salute to BangTimeUSAGaming.com. And salute to you, man. Everybody that's been rocking out with me all season. It's been a heck of a season. And we are in the big games. Had to set it off with my boy Barkley. And Danny Dimes, because everybody else has been talked about and these guys haven't thus far. You know what I mean? And they've had a remarkable overachieving season. And I guess they just been gearing up and working toward this for the last 3 seasons. You know what I mean? Barkley hasn't been healthy in none of those, not throughout the whole season and none of those seasons. And this year he made it. He made it. And look where they at right now. And he's looking healthy. Knock on wood for everybody. And they could be a problem. They could be a problem. So don't sleep. Don't sleep. But let's talk about some of the games that happened already before we get into those matchups. Salute, Sir Charles. How you been? Ready for this? You ready for this? Till the guys get in and all that. Let's do that. Let's chill out. Let's go back to a super wild card weekend. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to super wild card weekend. Seahawks versus the 49ers. 49ers 13-4 on a 13-game winning streak. I think it's more like 12, but still, on like a 13-game winning streak. We'll say it again. 49ers, man, they look remarkable. Brock Purdy, 18-30, 60%, 332, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 137.5 in the game. was doing backdoor spin outs, vintage Russell Wilson joints. He was passing. He was 332 yards. That boy was slinging the rock. Christian McCaffrey, 119 on the rushing. Deebo Samuel, 32 yards on the rushing. But Purdy runs for the touchdown. So he's taking touchdowns on the running backs. Deebo Samuel goes off 133. I think that's the first game. Deebo Samuel has been healthy since Brock Purdy has taken the helm. And it looks promising. Brandon Ayuk, who's been holding it down, 73 yards, no TDs this game, but it looks promising. This is an explosive offense, folks. An explosive offense. Everybody got involved last week. A touchdown for Elijah Moore, one catching for Christian McCaffrey. Brock Purdy with the rushing with 16 yards. And then defense. Interception for Diamador Lenore. And interception for and a forced fumble for Charles Omenihu. These guys are all over the field. Treverius Ward with 3 tackles, a few knockdowns. Like, they did their thing. On the other side of the ball, Geno Smith, 10 incompletions of 25 or 35 with 71% passing rate. 253, 2 touchdowns, and an interception, 105.9 QBR. Pretty consistent with his season. No, Gino, no. And he had a big fumble. Fumble was the changing of the game. Kenneth Walker was held to 63 yards. He's been held to 55 yards, now 63 yards, but he did get in the end zone in this game right here. But Geno fumbled the ball, man, and threw an interception. So those 2 turnovers destroyed them, and the 49ers took over this game, and it just blew them out, man. Easy game to call before it even came in. Then we had the more interesting game. These were Saturday games, by the way. The 10-7 Chargers came in to take on the 9-8 Jaguars, and they started this game on a 27-0 blowout. And I don't know, at halftime, right before half, they scored a touchdown. Jaguars scored a touchdown, 27-7. And come out of the half, a whole new angelic team geared to play and mistake-free. Really remarkable football in the second half by Trevor Lawrence, who looked so abysmal in the first half. It was just like night and day. And he did it, y'all. He came back to haunt the Chargers and keep their curse alive, with their playoff curse alive. Poor Justin Herbert, but this is the playoffs. You can't have a 27-0 spot and can't get another touchdown, another couple of touchdowns. He had a couple of opportunities that he messed up. And the team messed up, but he didn't move that ball. They played too safe. Staley did play safe, and he got burnt by playing safe. The most edgy, on the edge playing coach in football played under format and looked real weak got his team looking weak. Didn't go for it on fourth downs. Didn't go for, man, listen. I mean, I understand about learning from your mistakes, but in the playoffs, you play to win, man. You play to win. You do what teams don't expect you to do, and that's how you win. And Chargers lost. So the question is, should Staley be fired? I hear a lot of people saying he should. They want to give him to Sean Payton, gave Justin Herbert to Sean Payton, but I don't necessarily think that way. Personally, I think they've had growth. These are part of growing pains for a team of this magnitude. They've had growth every season. So with that alone, but if you want to give up $25 million a year to get Sean Payton in there and him and bring that championship mentality to a team, and you got to give up $25 million and a couple of draft picks now. If you think that's worthy and you got Staley right there and y'all winning with Staley right now, just take the emotion out of it. Staley earned his job. He made the playoffs. Got bumped, but with a hurt team, and he made the playoff with a hurt team, bro, and a good quarterback. People don't give him credit for that. His team was hurt all year. His quarterback was remarkable, though. And so he rolled him out. He gave him the players to ride it out. So let him get some credit. Like, well, you know, it's just a big game. So that it's little credit. And what do you call it? You got to have outcomes and progress. You know what I mean? But I think they did have progress, and I wouldn't call for steady head. I think they need to work on their defense. They have a way better defensive talent. I think their defensive coordinator needs to get looked at, and maybe their offensive coordinator needs to get looked at. You know what I mean? But Staley, nah, man. Now the Dolphins. The Dolphins and the Bills. Now, this was a game. Tell me not, Sir Charles. Dolphins and Bills was a game. Wait, where's my phone? They had third string with Skylar Thompson running the helm for a hurt Tua, hurt Bridgewater. And it was a game that I didn't expect. Like, I thought it would be a blowout, and it really wasn't. Miami had a real good shot at winning this game, and they blew it. They blew it. You could blame it on the defense. You could blame it on the offense. You could blame it on all of it. But Josh Allen is good. And though they had him on the ropes once again for the third game this year, they couldn't pull it out. Josh Allen and them know how to pull it out. They don't. But I give them their credit. They played a real good game. A lot of points scored in this game, so it's hard to call it like on I can't say they played a great defensive game, but they played good enough to ruffle Josh Allen for whatever that means. Like, you know what I mean? Josh Allen ended up throwing some picks in this game, and got a lot of people asking a lot of questions about these turnovers, man, from these quarterbacks. Got Dak Prescott leading the league. Had Kirk Cousins right behind him. You got Josh Allen throwing a lot of picks right with them this whole season. But all the quarterbacks throwing picks are in the playoffs. So what does that mean? Got to be in it to win it. In it to win it. Welcome to BANGnACES LivenDirect Sport Commentary. Live with your host, Bang. The BANGnACES. Trying to see if the guys get in. It's after 9 now. Yeah. 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 Let's do that. Got that out. Got that out. What else? So we got the Ravens getting bumped out last week as well. Who we talking about? The Dolphins and Bills, right? So in this Dolphins and Bills game, let's give some stats on this game right here. Dolphins, Skylar Thompson, 18 for 45 attempts. So out of 45 attempts, he only completed 18 passes for 220 and a touch. He did throw 2 picks in this game. He had a very low QBR, but he battled in this game. He threw some big passes in this game. He does have Waddle and Tyreek Hill, but they tried very hard. He had a lot of big drops on him in this game. Big drops on him in this game. Like, you know what I mean? Which I could see how many drops, but they don't count them on the stat sheet. But I know there's some way I could see that. But Mike Gesicki, 2 receptions. And he was spreading the ball around. Jalen Waddle, 3 receptions. He needs to get the ball more, Skylar. Salvin Ahmed came off the bench. Running back, 3 receptions, 45 yards. Tyreek Hill, 7 receptions for 69 yards. And he was struggling to get his. Didn't get in the end zone. Mike Gesicki gets the touchdown. And that is their magic in a nutshell. Jeff Wilson, 10 attempts. They're not rushing the ball enough. But they scored a lot of points in this game. So, you know, Miami, I believe, is on record today of firing their defensive coordinator. Their defense ranked 24th or 25th in the season. That's a good firing, man. You're coming off of Flores' top 5 defense. And it went to 25? 25 on the season? I'm sorry. Flores as a head coach had that as a top 5, top 6 defense. You can't drop all the way to 25, 20 slots in one season when your quarterback is playing great.
And Flores didn't like Tua, mind you. I'll say that. Let's note that. Flores didn't like Tua, and Tua did not blossom under Flores, but he blossomed this year. But he didn't get hurt under Flores either. So it's a catch-22. Bills came out on top, 34-31, to keep their season going, stay on the playoff train, playoff express. And their matchup this week is even thicker. So if the Dolphins game wasn't hard enough, here come the Bengals. But we'll get into the Bengals. Giants and Vikings game. Let's get into that one. Giants and Vikings game. That's why I got them on the screen. Cause this game right here was ill. Amazon got fired from the who's Amazon? Do you not tell you? Staley got fired? Who's Amazon? Let's go, Sir Charles. You on the wire now, man. You got the information? Put it in the chat. Let's let them know. I don't really know a lot of today's. I was getting a little briefing before I came in, but I was running out of time, so I said I would go over it with the fellas. But let's get into this Giants-Vikings game, man. Danny Dimes and the New York Giants offense take down the Vikings in a close bang gang. Close bang gang. Saquon Barkley rushing up the middle plenty of times in this game, but most of all to get these touchdowns. And I believe he had 2 touchdowns on the day. Coach Dable, candidate for Coach of the Year. But at the end of the day, when you talk about Coach of the Year, the team did lose 7 games. They got in the playoffs. They won that wild card week. All right, bet. Now is their challenge. They bumped the Philadelphia Eagles after this miraculous season from them, which we're due to win, mind you, as far as in the matchup previews and all that. We're due to win this game because Philly has been beating us, right? So we finally together somewhat, and I don't know that Danny Dimes can get this done. I think they need to come in with a hellified game plan to control Hurts from getting the extra 3rd and 1s and 3rd and 3s, and I think that's going to be a challenge for them. But it might be a challenge for the Eagles too. Danny Dimes is leaning on people right now, and the run game and the offensive line of the Giants, that's not being talked about right now. You know what I mean? Like, their blocking scheme has gotten real over the last couple of weeks. And if Danny Dimes got that, get him a number 1 like D-Hop. Get him one of those guys. You know what I mean? We'll go get him a fresh guy right out of college this year, right off of Ohio State or even Georgia. Go get one of them guys, which we'll get to. I wanted to ask a question about Georgia, like where y'all think Georgia quarterback Stetson should be drafted this year? 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round. Where y'all think he should be drafted this year? Oh yeah, you did say somebody's getting fired off the Chargers. I mean, and rightfully so. I think their defense needs to be better. They got Khalil Mack, bro. And then Bosa on the edge. Like, what? What? They supposed to be dominant, like everybody else that got one of those guys. They got two. They got two, bro. They got two. Now, what happened to Eastern Vikings, man? Let's see. Kirk Cousins, 31 of 39. So eight incomplete passes, 79.5%, 273 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 119.6 QBR. He was balling in this game, bro. So everybody can't really blame Kirk Cousins for this game, man. He was balling in this game. Dalvin Cook, 15 attempts, 60 yards, averaging 4 yards a carry. That's good defense by the Giants. Good run defense by the Giants right there. TJ Hawkinson, 10 receptions, 129 yards. The tight end is killing the Giants. Who's their tight end they're facing this week? Goddard? Oh, man. Goddard going to go ham on the Giants this week. They couldn't stop Hawkinson. Oh, man. Oh, man. Then you got next highest is Justin Jefferson, 7 attempts for 47 yards, was on smash. Adam Thielen, 50 yards on smash. So Kirk Cousins was getting those numbers without throwing to Justin Jefferson, like without him getting the numbers for him. TJ Hawkinson was getting all those numbers for him. So KJ Osborne's the only one that scored? No. Irv Smith Jr. also 2 receiving touchdowns. 1 rushing touchdown for Kirk Cousins. And that's it. And they came up short. Their defense caused no interceptions, no fumbles. Got 3 sacks on Danny Dimes. 3 sacks. So, the Giants. Think about them taking out the Vikings. What were they record? 13-4. 13-4. Took out the Vikings like, get out of here, man. Now everybody's saying Dallas about to get taken out by the 49ers, but I mean, we'll get to that. I got a different type of prediction, though. I'll tell you that much. The guys coming, man. Anyway, Dolphins spiraled out of the season. Jaguars rose up, win the season. Vikings fell out. Giants rose up. And the NFC East is been battling all year. Right now, we dominating the playoffs. It's gonna come down to us knocking each other out, man. That means a lot of my predictions gonna be off of my guys this week. These NFC teams. 49ers known for a great defense, but I expect Dallas to show up. It's going to come down to Dak versus Super Brock Purdy. And everybody wilding, giving it to Brock over Dak off the jump. No, y'all wilding. That's going to make Dak play for something. And Dallas is going to be really, really dangerous this weekend. Not saying they're going to win yet, but they're going to be dangerous. Especially coming off the hot game they played this past week. Their confidence is going to be high. They're going to know what they missed. They're going to try to hit what they missed. And, ooh. 49ers are a strong, powerful team with a young, capable quarterback. Quarterback that has superstars. And what he said, he wears the number based on the superstar that he likes. But he likes a lot of people who are still in the game. He still was a fan. And now he's going up against his idols and stuff like that. College, he wasn't raved about on the same level as these guys. Now he's called Super Brock. Oh my God. Oh my God. Super Brock. I don't know. Dak Prescott. C2 Motorsports, salute, bang. Dak Prescott, man. He that tight. He that tight. Oh. Okay, now what we got? What we got? Then we had the Ravens. Came up short to the Bengals. Everybody knows. Battle of the North battle. And the Bengals came out on the top. But this was a close game, folks. This was a close game, closer than everybody expected. Bengals got lucky in this one. Had this been Lamar Jackson, I would argue the whole pace of this game would be different. You know what I mean? Joe Burrow is reported to play down he dumbs his game down. But I don't know that it's that easy to dumb your game down. I think it's down to coaching, game plans, and play calls. Joe Burrow struggled on a lot of play calls. Not struggle, but his team struggled getting on the same page with him for a little bit, and that could hurt him because that leads into a lot more sacks and stuff like that on him being one of the highest sack quarterbacks in the league. Still does remarkable things with the rock, with the pigskin. You get him one play, you not he throwing the next. But in this game, Battle of the North, the Ravens, man, they defense looking crazy. And Roquan Smith, one of they gave him $100 million. Not that he didn't deserve it. You know, another Khalil Mack repertoire guy. Yeah, he got that bread. He got that bag. He deserve it. He deserve it. The Ravens do look like a different squad. Immediately after the game, they came up short due to a fumble at the 2-yard line. So say what you want about Huntley, but he had them on the 2-yard line, like after a big play and then arguably a bad play call after a big play. Got a great play, even better play on the defense made, and a defensive touchdown scored off this play. And wow. And that was the game. Because the rest of the game, these guys couldn't move the ball to save their life. And the Ravens lose the game ultimately. Chase feeling bad, but this is the second year in a row where it goes down like this. And actually, I don't think they made it last year. I think they got bumped, but the Bengals came and snatched at the last minute. It was just them and the Steelers in there. But it seemed like second year in a row, Ravens had Huntley at this moment. So for him to say that's going to lock him in and make him be ready for next year kind of teed me off. Like, it's like, what, bro? Like, he was supposed to be ready this year, like from last year's mess up. Like, you know what I mean? And then you got more chance to play this year and you wasn't ready, bro. Oh, man, I don't know about that, Huntley. Like, I don't know. But with Lamar reported to be on the trading block, definitely on his last year. Let's see if the Ravens decide to sign him. They fired their offensive coordinator today. And they said Lamar has a choice on who the next guy's going to be. I think that's hogwash. Even though that's pretty cool, it's hogwash. Because why do they care about what Lamar wants for his offense if they don't want to pay him? They're not going to dope him with gifts and stuff like that. Gifts are nice, but if they're deserved gifts, you know what I mean? You can't stop a person from what he's due because you gave him a gift. People got that all messed up. I get that's the whole plan of a gift, though. Like, right? It's like, we know we can't pay you more than this, but we give you this gift. It's game, man. It's game where I'm from. That's called game. This is the NFL football game, so we'll see if Lamar gets paid. He wants reportedly over $300 million. I think he should be asking for more, closer to the same as Patty Mahomes, but he hasn't run a Super Bowl. He hasn't went to a Super Bowl game. He hasn't been in a whole season. So I understand the resistance of the Ravens. I don't think if they want to keep him, that they can hesitate no longer. Facts. They can't hesitate no longer, bro. They got to pay Lamar. So let's get a hashtag pay Lamar in the chat. Gotta pay that dude, bro. Patty Mahomes does have 2 MVPs going on, 2 MVPs this year and a Super Bowl. 2 Super Bowl appearances in a 5-year matter of time. Like, my boy got an MVP in the bag already. He just don't got no appearances. And then if he can't get out the North, and he got to play Joe Burrow every year to get out the North, then I don't know. Vikings fired their defensive coordinator. Good. That was their weakness. It wasn't Kirk Cousins, man. It was that defense. When the time mattered, they didn't hold firm. They let the run game gouge their ass. Pause. But they did. You damn Giants, though, man. Salute to you Giant fans. Hashtag Giants in chat. But Joe Burrow, he's the man of the hour, man. He's the man of the hour. Because, in my opinion, he, as I told y'all all season, 12-4. After a rough start on the season, comes back, wins all those games. In this game, he goes 23-32. So 11 incomplete passes, 71% on his passing, 209, a touchdown, 105 QBR. So Burrow only threw 1 touchdown in this game. That Ravens defense was keeping him on smash. And that's, man, it's just awkward. Tyler Huntley actually kept up with Cup of Joe show. But Cup of Joe show ain't cold. So the code is that defense. Bengals defense coming up big last couple of weeks. Nobody talking about that. They done held it down, man. They done been battling and they've been holding them down. Can't stun on that. Vikings fired their head coach. There you go. Oh, their defensive coordinator. Not their head coach. Man, listen. Oh, man. It's going to be one of those nights, y'all. So, yeah, man. Let's get into what that is. Did we go through all the games from last week? Oh, no, we didn't. And we didn't. So the Bengals Cover Joe show knocks out the Ravens, takes the King of the North battle for year 2 in a row. And the Bengals head to the divisional. Then we had the Monday night game. And the Monday night game was a big anticipatory game for Banging Aces. You know, we riding with those Bucks. Sir Charles riding with those Bucks. Bass riding with those Bucks. The champ riding with those Bucks. Man, Bucks let us down. But the Bucks look like the Bucks of this season. They look like exactly like themselves of this season. They couldn't move the ball. When they fell behind. The Bucks wasn't the story of this game. Even though Tom Brady could possibly be his last game, even though I don't think it's his last game. I think Tom Brady comes back, tries to play 25 years in the league, and make history that way as well. He makes history every game he plays, and I think he'll try to make that deep as possible, because he loves the game. But he did look like a shell of himself this year. It did look like he was approaching a cliff, right? But I advocated that he's not approaching a cliff because I ran his numbers down last week, which I see most of commercial media don't run his numbers down. They run percentages down, which percentages are cool, but give me the actual facts. Give me where he stand within the circle of all the great y'all hobnobbing and all that. Part of my French, but part of a lack of a word, better word, right? Y'all really be coaxing these other guys, and he had better numbers than these other guys. Or his numbers was right there with the other guys. Now, are they Tom Brady numbers? No. They not Tom Brady numbers because Tom Brady just in this game on Monday night threw 60 passes. At 45 years old, bro. The man threw 66 passes and completed 35 of them. So he missed on 25 of them. But he threw 66 passes at a 53%, 351, 2 touchdowns, an interception, 76 QBR. Still an averagely good game. He almost threw for 400 yards, but it took him 60 passes. Did you not hear me earlier say Super Brock Purdy threw for 371 on 18 of 20-something? Like, he only threw 20-something passes. Tom Brady threw twice as more at 45 years old. To keep up with these guys he has to throw twice as more. But by throwing twice as more, if he's completing these passes, then he's a superstar. He's crazy. So that's the question of, is it an offensive flaw? No running game. 28th in the league in running this year. But Leonard Fournette was raved about being re-signed and all that. So you got the bag, you got Chubby, and you went and you fell off. So when they cut you this offseason, remember that. Rashad White, good rookie up and coming, but they ain't give him the ball enough, nor did he have the right leadership. So bad pick on that for the beginning of the season. Chris Godwin came back this year off an injury. Looked pretty good. was less effective in the end zone like everybody else. I think that comes down to play calling and discipline. The penalties this team has had this season. In this game, penalties killing this team. But they had a decimated offensive line, and Brady gave it a run for his money. Under 500, still got the playoff division lead game to get to the playing the Cowboys. But the Cowboys are supposed to win this game based on the season odds, based on the season style, effectiveness, everything. And they did. The bigger story of this game was the dominance of Dak Prescott. Whatever he recognized early in this game with this defense, and they could not fix it. So that tells me the defensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Bucks should be gone. Maybe the coach should be gone. The offensive coordinator, he's gotten them to a couple of big games, but if you're getting rid of the coach, then all of them got to go. Do not tell me you're going to get rid of the coordinators and keep that coach. What does he deserve to keep that team there? He had Tom Brady, and they still came in under the gun after winning the Super Bowl. So they missed this 2 years in a row, and they could have went further last year, but he called the all-out blitz. Remember? You had to make up for that this year, and I ain't see no makeup. Goodbye. But I'm Bang, and that's what I do. Bang! I hold people accountable. Like, get out of here. How you firing the offensive coordinator, my boy? And Brady put up 4,000 yards this year, 25 TDs. The most TDs was like 40, and that's with the playoffs. So he was like 10 off the head dude, and he was third or fourth in yardage, 8th or 6th or 7th in touchdowns. Like, come on, with Aaron Rodgers being one touchdown ahead of him. So having an off season with Evans, all of that, like, now y'all see the importance of what AB meant to that team, meant to that offense. The attention he garnered that helped Evans. No attention helping Evans. Evans on smash. Let's get back to Dak Prescott. Excuse me. Let's get back to Dak Prescott. He dominated. He ran the ball, which while he's doing it, I'm like, that is smart. Nobody's expecting Dak to run the ball after his injury. He made everybody get used to that. Dak don't run the ball no more. He started running the ball for first downs, y'all. I think he even ran in for a touchdown. Hold on. Let's get it. Let's get it with Mr. Dak Prescott. 25 of 33. 75 percentage. 305 yards. 4 touchdowns. 153.7 QBR on the day. Tony Pollard, 15 touches, 77 yards, no touchdown. Dak Prescott, 7 touches, 24 yards, 11 yards being his longest, and a touchdown. So, yeah, he ran one in. He passed to Dalton Schultz for 2 touchdowns and 95 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 68 yards and a touchdown. Michael Gallup, 46 yards and a touchdown on 5 receptions. CeeDee Lamb only having 4 receptions last week. I don't have his targets in front of me, but they got to do better with CeeDee Lamb. Micah Parsons with 3 tackles and a sack. Been pretty quiet, but what I think is a big deal that came out to me last week. The return of my boy. Where's he at? Where's he at, buddy? It's Leighton Vander Esch. 5 tackles, 4 tackle assists, and no sacks last week. But Leighton Vander Esch back in the fold with Micah Parsons and Fowler and all of them on the line. Like, yo, they are a monstrous team. And I think that Super Brock Purdy going to have his first rough game as he gets sacked a few times in this game. And witness the Hellhound, Micah Parsons for the Dallas Cowboys, and the Vander Esch connection. Trayvon Diggs might get some action this week because of them two. And I think that might be the shocker. And Brock Purdy, amazing, playing amazing. But I think Dallas, 49ers, everybody knows they talk about their defense all season. I think Dallas defense, with the addition of Leighton Vander Esch, has returned to their top form from top of the season when they were being considered hellhounds. Well, man, I think they're gonna be the story of the week. Yeah, I know they fired Buccaneers fired Byron Leftwich, and that's what I was talking about. If you firing Byron Leftwich, which Byron Leftwich could go be a head coach somewhere right now, then you should be firing my dude over there, the head coach too. You know what I mean? But, they're going to play this game. I just want the Bucks to do the right thing and go get a real quarterback. If Tom is not coming back, that gets known early, they go get a real young quarterback. And there's a few out there, including they got to be ahead of the fold. Like if I was a GM, I was working with the GM, the first thing I would say is the Bears are shaky on Jay Fields. What you want to do? Now, first thing everybody think is they don't throw the court, he don't throw the ball. But now you got to go get a real coach for Jay Fields. Because they got number 2. They got the number 1 pick. They could get another quarterback right now that throws the ball. You know what I mean? Like, so they shaky. You could pry them right now. And you could still a 5-star player with Jay Fields. People forget how well Jay Fields threw the ball in college. You got to go get him a coach, though. That worked with his system. You got to go get him a line. I think if you put more into your offensive line than into your backfield, you could always get a running back that could run an option with Jay Fields. Being that he's going to run the ball all the time. So, watch out, man. Watch out. Basie.
Bang!
What's going on, Base?
Shit, man. Just getting home from, I was subbing tonight for somebody, helping them out. That's why I didn't even see it. Can you hear me? I feel like I got such a bad connection.
Yeah, you like a little muggy.
All right, I'm jumping out, jumping back in.
All right. Sir Charles, do you think Tom Brady should retire? Yeah.
How about now? You hear me now better?
I hear you better.
Better.
You better, my guy.
So how about that getting rid of Byron Leftwich, huh? Goodbye, Byron.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, man. He was almost able to be the coach of the Jags just last year. And he wanted his own GM. They said no. He said, I stay here. And he stayed there.
And now he's gone.
Yeah. What you think about
he can't
Tom
go coach
Brady?
the Jags this year, but there's other jobs open. He can go coach Houston.
That's what I said. There's jobs for him, and he might could be a coach if he go to one of those teams. You know what I mean? There's some jobs for him. But all right, they fired him. Do you think the head coach needs to get fired?
Yes.
Yes.
I absolutely hate Todd Bowles as a head coach. Great defensive coordinator, horrible head coach. Proven it twice already. When he was the coach of the Jets, they were miserable.
Tom Brady's 45 years old. He just had a game where he threw 66 passes, bro.
Yeah, that don't matter.
66 passes, bro.
Tommy, that's what he does.
Completed 30 of them, bro. Half.
Yeah. I mean, it's
gotta remember Tommy got the coach put up in the booth, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Bruce Arians has something going, you know what I mean, with his discipline. I think this team lacked discipline. I think their defense was weak. I think Dak saw something early, exposed something early in their defense, and he picked it apart. He dominated. It probably was his best game in his career. It was a good game to look like that. I think people's heads got to fly for that. And you don't think so, Base? What about the D coordinator?
It's a hard call, man. The rest of like I said, I always start chopping heads from the top down anyway.
Right. Because you
know what I mean? Like it's time for them to start thinking about their future. Tommy be gone too.
So you would force Tommy into retirement, or you just
either retirement or away from my football team. It's time for me to build. Either I pay him chump change if he's willing to take it. I would pay him chump change. I'd let him play. But he's just holding. He's becoming a holdover till my younger guy is ready. And that's how I do him.
Yeah, he ain't doing that. And you can't do the legend that way.
It's just the way I would do him. It's business. This is, big business. Solid business.
Yeah, it is business. He put people in your seats. The legend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's the 7-time dude. Every week he play, he make history. You know what I mean? Like, it's 25 years, right? This year coming. If he plays, you think he plays it just because it's a hallmark?
Yeah,
25
probably.
years.
I think he still got good football in him too.
Yeah, he do.
He didn't
66
look bad.
passes, bro.
He
That's
didn't look
crazy.
bad either. Like it wasn't him. It was the play calling. And hey, let's keep it shitty. Let's not take nothing away from the Cowboys. They play phenomenal defense.
They played. Oh man,
This is what that team has done all season too. It's not like it's new. They
Van
had a
Der
rough
back.
patch in the last game of the year, but it didn't start everybody.
Van Der Esch is back. He solidified that middle. He chased
Yep.
all those guys around on screens. He stopped that tight end in the middle. Yo, Van Der Esch is back, man. He's a good reader, an AI.
And he's the leader of that defense, which
And
is a
then he
big.
free up Micah Parsons to just go get the QB. And oh man, does that work? And that's what I was just saying prior to you coming in. Dallas defense is back to what their defense looked early in the season.
Yep.
Healthy. Just as dangerous as San Francisco with a rookie quarterback. You don't think they fluster him at all? For the first time in his career? He has not faced a defense like Dallas Cowboys. You don't think he get flustered a little bit?
No.
I do, man. I think that's where the big miss is. I know 49ers defense is good, but Dak played 49ers defense before. I think he played them once this year already. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and Dak ain't scared. That's for
right,
sure.
eat a bet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? This one, like, yeah, let's go until Parsons smack him and Van Der Esch intercept him, and you know what I mean? Shit like that. Diggs. Introduce you to Trayvon Diggs. This is why you don't throw to this side. Like, Deebo Samuels in them is strong, man. Kittle's in them is strong. I'm just saying the young rook, he looked so great. You don't think he'll run into a wall at some point?
No. I think it's definitely going to be a good one. I know that.
Yeah. This weekend.
It's going to be a hell of a game. I want to say the Cowboys could do it now. They look so much better.
They do.
And he's not going to be great against that defense, Purdy. He'll be good, but he won't be great.
Right.
And they might need greatness. They might need one of their guys to get to that level of greatness to beat the Cowboys the way they were playing.
We got McCaffrey and Deebo looking healthy.
But the Cowboys still got a lot of work. They got to go beat Philly. No, the Giants got to go beat Philly. Yeah. Well, the whole East is taking over the NFC, so.
That's what I think. I think Dallas is looking at this weekend games and say the Giants pull out an upset, right? Dallas think they could beat the Giants.
Yeah.
So they would have to get past
Philly.
These guys, and this is the biggest hurdle.
Oh, the 49ers.
Yeah. So
I think that game is a close game, definitely. The 49ers Cowboys. I think McCaffrey's gonna have trouble. I think Purdy will be okay because they're gonna keep it simple. They're gonna use Debo. They're gonna use Ayuk. They're gonna use Kittle. They got a lot of weapons.
a lot.
But so do the Cowboys. And the Cowboys know how to use their weapons. The 49ers defense is no slouch, if not probably the best left in the NFC Championship games. I don't know. The Cowboys played so well. It's going to be a hell of a game. I want to think on that one a little longer. But the other game now, Philly, New York. Tell me about that one. What do you think?
I already kind of went in on that one.
Oh, really?
This
Okay, so
one,
I'm gonna go in a little bit.
nah, I didn't go in on that one. I went in on the game from last week with the Giants. I just wanted to highlight. You know how everybody talking about Jalen Hurts, Burrow, Mahomes. Nobody talks about Danny Dimes.
Well,
Nobody
he ain't
talks
doing
about.
nothing. He had a good game.
Yeah,
He had a good game, and he had
35
a
yards
decent
passing
season.
with no receivers.
He had a good game.
That's crazy. And
Yeah,
that's why they bit that team last week, because people ain't taking him serious. And then he throws to his tight end. He throws to his receiver. He runs the ball well.
Yeah.
Then the running game is doing good. Like it's like they're getting first downs on the third and 1, on the 3rd and 2. Like he's doing it. Like he's actually playing really well. And so I just wanted to highlight him a little bit from last week, how well he played. Now this week, I've been trying to wait for you and Hev, but we can go in on him right now, and you can have the floor.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Let's start on the Giants side of the ball. Daniel Jones, less turnovers throughout the whole season than he's had in any other season.
Any season. That's right. He's playing real well, man. Like,
yeah, Hodges is stepping up and becoming the number one for this team, which it's insane that he don't have a number one receiver, period.
right.
I think Saquon is really a sleeper in this game because Philly got good defense. But what do you do against a guy like Saquon who catches passes, who runs the ball against 8 in the box? I mean,
Well, that's what I was emphasizing. People ain't talking about the Giants' offensive line and the blocking schemes they're running for Saquon to do that with 8 men in the box. Like, you know what I mean? And they really surprised me, man. They really came a long way. Coach Dable does deserve a salute. And that's the other thing I was talking about. I don't know that he deserves Coach of the Year, but this game this week would determine that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Especially with this team right here that he's gonna deal with. They already took L's to this team. If Coach Dable could figure them out in this playoff game this week, then we could talk about Coach of the Year. I really don't feel like he's in that area. He did a real good job this year with this team with no number one receiver. Their defense is really good, but middle of the pack still.
I feel the same way. I don't think
defense
is nowhere near as good as people want to give them credit for.
And they lost 7 games, bro. Like, they lost 7 games. Say what it is. Like, that's a lot of losses. And, you know, you got teams out here with 4 losses and 3 losses. And you got to look at those coaches, bro, before you look at Dable. Like, you know what I mean? But this game this week might change my mind, bro. Because if they could knock off the number 1 seed, that is different. You know what I mean? So
oh yeah. If the Giants win this game, they become the sleeper and the sweetheart of the whole thing, in my opinion.
Wow.
This is gonna leapfrog them to. It's like what the Bengals did in the AFC last year when they caught fire. Good luck.
Right.
And the Giants, okay, they don't have the firepower, but they damn sure got the defense. They done proved that all year. Mm-hmm. So if they can keep the game close enough, you could get it.
Yeah. So Charles reporting that the Dolphins fired their defensive coordinator. We'll get back into that in a minute, but stay on the Giants right now. Saquon Barkley, man, he did some remarkable things last week, man. Running the ball through defenders. But we talk about Saquon. Nobody's talking about the load that Matt Breida takes off of Saquon and running good for the New York Giants. Man, how you feel about that, man? Matt Breida, we've been talking about him all
I
year.
love it.
Yeah, he had some big runs, taking a heavy load on the third down off Saquon all year, and he's just getting better in the offense, man. But he was good with the San Francisco offense, so, and with the Bills.
For real.
Let's go Eagles side of the ball. Go ahead. Jalen Hurts coming back. Do you think it's a fluke that his shoulder is hurt? Or do you think he's selling it?
No.
I think he's going to be fine.
I think so. 100%. I think so.
I think he's 100, man. I think he's selling the whole shoulder shit. Like, they targeted my shoulder. I'm always targeted. I think he's going to be running the ball. I think everything, man. I think he trying to rock them to sleep. Doop, doop, doop.
Yep.
Yes.
For real. Okay. So talking about the Eagles, Hurts has been great all year. We can't take nothing away from him. Sanders been good all year. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. They got Dallas Goedert back. I mean, they're going to be tough. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's possible. The Giants need a lot. They need help. We know it. But all they got to do is play their style football. Keep the game close. Keep the game one-score game. Beat them in the end. I still think the Eagles are going to whip the Giants, though.
Oh, wow.
If I'm honest. The Giants are in the building.
Ready.
They're not ready yet. They're on the cusp. They're just not 100. And Philly looks ready.
Yeah, they had an overachieving year for them. They really not ready. But they showing you how good they are. And they can stay healthy and fill those few holes, like grab a major receiver and just a few different things. They need a linebacker. They need a few things, but they're doing good. They're on the right path, man. If they win this game, though, I would probably have to look at them totally different. The Hodgkins guy that you bring up earlier came in mid-season, and he's looking like a superstar, like walk on, like, you know what I mean? So we'll see where that goes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
For the Eagles, the Giants seem to be weak on the defense for the tight end, and they got Goddard really healthy now, and Jalen Hurts coming back, and I kind of worry about that matchup right there. What you think about that?
They're playing quality football. When they get a receiver, they're going to be dangerous. Because Hodges is playing great, but he can't play by himself. And Ricky James is the best other option he got coming out right now. That's madness.
Ricky James' numbers drop is hot, but I think his best chemistry is with the Slayton kid, like I've been saying. That's how Slayton stays relevant. But Ricky James probably is better than Slayton.
I don't know. Slayton's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not bad at all. He just none of them are number ones. They're all good 2s and 3s. He needed number one. He needs a guy he can completely trust.
He need an A.J. Brown. He need one of those guys. Speaking of, on the Eagles side of the ball, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith gonna be big in this game right here. Even if one of them is smashed up, who do you think can put them over? Would go there doing things in the middle. Who put them over the top?
I think having Goddard is a big deal. Getting him back was huge. Their run game is pretty decent because they bring it to you.
Sanders, yep.
Yep, you got Sanders, you got Gainwell, you got Scott. They got 5 guys coming at you. So they stay fresh legs.
Fresh legs every time, yeah.
Yep. Listen, I got a call coming in. I'm going to jump right back on.
All right. Yeah, man. See, we do this football shit, man. I know y'all thought it was over, but it ain't over, man. It ain't over. We got the Bills and Bengals this week. We finally get that game. And y'all already know I'm going with who I was going with before. I'm going with Joe Burrow. He was supposed to win me my fantasy season, and this is gonna justify that canceled game. And I'm going with the Bengals. If Josh Allen put it out, I'm gonna salute the heck out of him. Because that means he's fighting to get back to that Chiefs-Bills game. And that doesn't mean that the Chiefs automatically beat the Jags. That just means the Jags got their work cut out for them. And just like they had their work cut out for them last week, and they did it, they cut it out. So the Chiefs better respect the Jags. And they should come out with the victory. If they don't respect the Jags will slap them in the mouth, give them a nosebleed, all of that. Like, I'm telling you, in Arrowhead, this is going to get crazy. They got an ill-ass coach named DOUGIE Peterson, and he's a Super Bowl coach, a recent Super Bowl coach. And he giving T. Lawrence some swag, man. He giving T. Lawrence some swag. He already got J. Herbert head in the bag, and on some Highlander shit, he got the power going at Josh Allen. I need your power. I'm gonna have to need your power to go take on Patty Mahomes, or you know what I mean? But yeah, man, Chiefs better respect the Jags. They should come out with that. We just was going over the NFC Giants and the Eagles game. We talked a little bit about the 49ers and Dallas game. Super Brock Purdy versus Super Dak, undefeated since claiming the helm and leadership of the team. He clearly understands his role. He's elevated his talent on display. Can he continue to make history week by week? Is he that one of a kind? Is he that guy? Super Brock Purdy. Is he that guy who represents the AFC in the big game? Who represents the NFC in the big game? Who takes this MVP for sure? Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. We got ways to go. Yeah. Much more on the sport commentary. Top 5 ranking teams right now. Throw it in chat. Sir Charles, where you at? Let's go. Bang, bang, bang. What's good? I want to go Cowboys so bad, but I can't do it. Ah. 49ers. Eagles, Bills, Chiefs, 49ers. Shit, I want to go Cowboys so bad, but I can't do it. 49ers. Yeah, man. I think that's pretty good. Eagles. Wow, you got the Bills over Chiefs. Wow. Wow. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. Where the Bengals at, man? Bengals haven't earned it. They haven't earned it. That's what you're telling me. Oh, oh man. Yeah, you got Sir Charles laughing over here. Got Sir Charles laughing at you. She playing video games back there. Yeah, man, they have players injured on their offensive line. Oh, yeah. Well, they came in 28th ranked in the league, 27, something like that. Or 30th, matter of fact. They came in 30th. And my boy got sacked third most highest. And still had the magnificent numbers he got just off these guys. Like, man, y'all better put some respect on the Cup of Joe show, man. He coming. He missed it this year, but he gonna get it. He just gotta stay healthy. He gonna get it. He got the squad. Patty Mahomes gonna fall off like a dead fly or a dead moth. Nah. Salute to Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs, man. I just not a Chiefs fan. We'll see what happens this week. Andy Reid, though. Andy Reid. As long as he got Patty Mahomes, he gonna be a wrecking. He gonna be a wrecking. So what you going with? You going with the Eagles or you going with the Giants, man? I'm going with the Giants. Gotta roll with the guys. I've been wearing their hat all week since they won. I gotta go with the guys. I'm catching flack in the street at the stores while I'm buying cigarettes. while I'm buying a Red Bull. They flat. I got the Philly fans on me. Got the Buck fans on me. Cause they mad, cause they out and we still in. Oh man. I gotta go Giants, man. Gotta go Giants. Philly fans, hashtag Eagles in chat. Stop hating from the back. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe and that share. Mind you, let's grow. Let's, I dare you. Salute. I appreciate you too. Let's move on to the next joint. Where we going with, Charles? Let's talk Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson and their great showing in the first year together, man. Like what they did at the end of the season was kind of dope. What they did last week was even more remarkable. Does that continue, Sir Charles? Is that the upset of the week, Sir Charles? The Jags flush the run and could they be the story of the playoffs, of the season? They got a weird story, man. They got a weird story. It might be the Super Bowl story of the year. Second year quarterback Trevor Lawrence, could he do it? Could he put a Russell Wilson on everybody? They got a good enough defense. They got some rookie guys over there. They got a nice secondary. Could he do it? Nobody's really talking about it. Nobody really believes it. But could he be the upset of the whole anomaly? Could he be that with Dougie P? Oh, hit a beat bop. Nah. You fucking stupid. I know he's stupid, man. Bang is stupid, man. Dougie P, man. He did it with Nick Foles, y'all. He did it with Nick Foles. You don't think he could do it with Trevor Lawrence? Come on, look at the similarities. Long hair, blonde, good guy, but fierce, arm, accurate. Man, he did it with Wentz and Nick Foles. Through this part of the season with Nick Foles. Do the wild card, do the divisional, do the championship game, do the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. You don't think you could do it with Trevor Lawrence, y'all? Come on, y'all gotta wake up. Y'all gotta get with the speed. It's the future, the past, the present. Come on, man. They keep running the same game on us. It's the Matrix. Nah. Oh, man. Salute everybody, man. Salute to 2023. We in here, we out here, we everywhere. It's the Matrix. Nah. Oh, man. So yeah, watch out for that. Remember, I said it first. The Bang said it first. Watch out for Mr. Sir Trevor Lawrence, man. So now I just want to bring this up real quick. This is New York's favorite team right here. New York Jets, New York Giants. It's New York's favorite team. We use this team. We beat this team up. We knocked them out. Every time they have a great season, we knock them out. So I seen a post the other day that said, Tom Brady, no, it said, what did it say? Oh, it said Aaron Rodgers, AR-12, gonna follow the Brett Favre path and be the coach, be the quarterback of the Jets next season. I said, that would be so freaking ironic, yo. That would be so ironic, man. Dallas Cowboys. What I think about Dalton Schultz? Is he just as good as Gobert? Or Goddard? Dalton Schultz. Oh, don't worry. If he come through, he gonna see it. They be scared, man. They be scared of the Bang. They be scared of the Bang, Sir Charles. They scared the Bang gonna embarrass their team. And he had a dominant team this whole season, too. He could have been talking major crap, but he didn't. Yeah. I wasn't sure. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Stop playing with me. Let's go to the NFL stats right here. Patty Mahomes. Let's talk about Patty Mahomes. Sir Patty Mahomes, dominant, playing on the other level, throwing touchdowns with the wrists and elbows. 41 touchdowns on the season, 52-50 on the year. 648 attempts, 435 completions, 67%, 105.2 on the rating, 12 interceptions. He's 8th on the interception. He tied with 7th on the interception list with Joe Burrow himself. Like I said, the guys with the most interceptions are all in the playoffs this season. Patty Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Kirk Cousins, Josh Allen, Dak Dak Prescott, all in the playoffs this year. Followed by Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields. Well, these guys weren't in the playoffs, but Aaron Rodgers played for a playoff. Geno Smith, Justin Herbert, Tom Brady, all in the playoffs. And they led the league from 15 to 10 interceptions to 9 interceptions on the season. That goes to show you that it's a more quarterback-friendly league. They call it more passing plays than running plays, but that's pretty obvious because the running backs are dwindling. Supreme running backs are dwindling off outside of Henry, McCaffrey. And we have great running backs, but their seasons, the numbers were down. That goes to the play calling and playbook. Though we did have 3 guys over 1,500 yards. Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, all over 1,500 yards this year. Saquon Barkley, close to 1,500 yards. Miles Sanders right behind them. And they're battling each other this week coming. So they're real close with Saquon with 10 touchdowns, Miles with 11. Saquon with more yardage. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Saquon took down Dalvin Cook. Then you got McCaffrey, Travis Etienne, a new star found, 1,100 yards this year, and still in the playoffs. Watch out for him this weekend. Kenneth Walker, rookie of the year candidate for Seattle. They got bumped last week, but had a really good season, rushing the ball over 1,000 yards. I didn't realize Ramondre Stevenson got over 1,000. Tyler Algier got over 1,000. Najee Harris got over 1,000 yards on the season. Didn't really have a dominant season from the beginning of the season, but was healthy for most of the season. Did get 1,000 yards. Tony Pollard, 1,000 yards. Where's Zeke at? Zeke only 876. Yeah, Tony Pollard gonna take the head back row over there in Dallas. That's how they should start it this weekend coming up. They could flip Tony Pollard to start, Zeke as the back, third down back, and that's an ill running back combination. I think the Dallas Cowboys gonna be a lot for the 49ers to handle. They haven't had a wake-up call in a while, in about 12, 13 weeks. I think this week going to be a wake-up call to the 49ers, man, and how they handle that is going to be important. How they handle it and how fast they get it together or turn around from the punch back in the mouth or the counter or that's going to be important, and they haven't been tested on that level all season, not since the beginning of the season when they had different people in the game, running the game, and all of that. So, watch out for that stuff. Who else? Travis Etienne, McCaffrey, Miles Sanders, Saquon Barkley, all still in the playoffs. Who else is in the playoffs? Eckler out, Mostert out, Zeke still in. Zeke had, let's see the touchdowns on running backs. Who led the league in that? And that's going to be Williams. Watch. Yep, Jamal Williams, 17 touchdowns this year. Didn't get to the 20 mark, but definitely got to 1,000 yards. Then that's the Detroit Lions. They got bumped 2 weeks ago, but still Jamal Williams put up a heck of a season this year. 3 rushing fumbles, but 1,000 yards and 17 TDs. Y'all got to get that boy the bag. Let him get. He was a star coming out this year, but he's been in the league some years now. He's a vet. So to get that behind their star, their young rushing star, is really impressive. Austin Eckler comes in second, tied for second with 13 touchdowns. And I do not know why they shut Austin Eckler down in this game so early last week, but that was their key. He is their key to winning any game. People will say, no, it's such and such. No, Eckler is going to get it open. He's going to get it however he got to get it. And he showed you that in that game early. And they didn't go back to him. They wanted to throw the ball to Keenan Allen and those guys, which is fine. But if Austin Eckler is your guy, then let him be your guy. Let him be your guy, Staley, man. Run the damn ball. Go for it on 4th down. 3rd and 1 sneaks. All of it. Like, you got the guy, man. You got the guys. You got to do it. You got to use them. Eckler tied for 13 TDs with Derrick Henry and Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts had 13 touchdowns, 13 rushing touchdowns, bro. He did not get to 1,000 rushing yards, 760 rushing yards, but he had 13 touchdowns. Tied with these guys with way less touches than Derrick Henry, way less touches than Austin Eckler, way less touches than Nick Chubb, who has 12 TDs, just one less. So tied for second, Jalen Hurts should have got considered, should be in consideration for the MVP. 13 rushing touchdowns. He didn't get the 1,000 yards, but still. Hold on. Let me see something. $3,700 yards and 22 touchdowns and 13 touchdowns. That would be 35 total touchdowns. Not bad. 35 total touchdowns. Who else got that? At least. Now you got Josh Allen with 35 total touchdowns. Let's see how many rushing touchdowns he got. Joe Burrow, 35 touchdowns, and got about 7 rushing touchdowns. So watch out. He's over 40. Patty Mahomes, 41 touchdowns. I got a couple of rushing touchdowns. Geno Smith, 30 touchdowns. Couple of rushing. Kirk Cousins, 29 touchdowns and a couple of rushing. Jared Goff, 29 touchdowns. Jared Goff was balling this year. Aaron Rodgers, 26. Tom Brady, 25. It was balling, man. And he tied with the 25 with Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, Tua Tags, all playoff guys right here. Tom Brady still got the juice, man. His numbers say it. He in with everybody else. You know what it is? He not super. He not super being super Brady. Yeah. That's it, man. What else we got, man? What else we got? Talk about Trevor Lawrence. Talk about Dougie P. Let's go with the Josh Allen and the Bills. Let's talk about them. Do you think they can get through this game against the Bengals? I see y'all going with them. If you do, talk about why you think they'll get through this game. Do you think it's off the energy of the Hamlin thing? Do you feel like it's just their time? They're gonna beat guys, man? I don't know. Who represents the AFC in the big game, Sir Charles? Who represents the AFC for you in the big game? Is it the Bills? Is it the Chiefs? Bills. All right. Who represents the NFC? Bills versus the 49ers. That's what you're telling me? Bills versus 49ers. You think the Bills could beat the 49ers? I don't think the Bills can get past the Giants. I think that for some reason I think they could beat the Eagles. Not get past the Giants. And I think they I don't know. But yeah, man, that's about it, man. Like, what we doing? Everybody think Patty taking the MVP, right? And I guess we have to wait till Saturday's show to see what it is like. Saturday divisional round, Jaguars and Chiefs game at 4:30. We're gonna enjoy that. And I'm gonna come in live off of that game, right into that Giants Eagle game Saturday night, right here on Banging Aces Live and Direct Sport Commentary, live with your host Bang and my Bang Time Aces co-host, the Moose and Bass and Moose. We're gonna get Get it in for that game. And I'm gonna be talking wild caca about the Giants. That didn't work. That wild caca didn't work against them when I was rooting for the Bucks. It was about to fit the word for the Giants. I remember doing it for Eli. Now it's Danny Dimes' turn. It's Danny Dimes' time. And turn for us to turn up. New York fans, stand up. Stand up for your New York Giants. Then Sunday, 3:00, Bengals Bills game. We finally get it. It's a day game. Oh man, Buffalo favorite. And then Cowboys game on 6:30 that night. Last game of the night. It's gonna be an early game. Should be right. I should jump on that one too, huh? Yeah, 49ers Cowboys. I'm gonna watch that big history this weekend. I'm gonna predict all upsets. All upsets. My money on all upsets. My money on all upsets. Jags over the Chiefs. Late. In like a 3-point game. Giants over the Eagles. Bengals over the Bills. And Cowboys shock the 49ers. By 7. That's my predictions for the week. That was my picks. Shits and giggles. You could tell me I'm crazy. Put it in the chat. I'm going with my original pick, Philly. Okay, no problem. No problem, Charles. I'm going for all upset. I'm underdogging it. It's the underdog weekend. I'm underdogging it. Yep. All that can, you better believe it can. You better believe it can. But the Chiefs should win. Eagles should win. They're the better teams. Better teams should win. But I'm thinking there's specialness in the JAGS story. There's specialness in hold up. We've been down so long. Let to grow up. It's a little special story for the Giants being 9-7. You know what I mean? Special story for the 9-8 JAGS. They going up against the best teams in both conferences, the Eagles and the Chiefs. And then you got the Bengals going up against the Bills. Finally getting that game off after the Hamlin scare. They're got in a home game. They're going to have Hamlin on the sideline. It's going to be emotional. And this Bengals team gets a chance to get back to the conference game. I think they don't let it go. I think the Bills have had their highlight because they ran into Joe in the cold. And that's crazy. And then it comes down to Dallas. And though I'm I know Dallas is Dallas, I think this is going to be different 49ers are expected to be the winner. They favored, but they got a rookie quarterback who haven't had a problem. If he's going to have a problem, it's going to be with this team. If he could beat this team right here, this Dallas Cowboy team, I think he could beat everybody else. He could beat the Bills. He could beat the Eagles. He could beat the Chiefs. So, Brock Purdy, this is his ultimate challenge right here, this defense right here. And if he can handle this and get to a Super Bowl game or a conference game and then a Super Bowl game, man, you cannot put him on anybody's bench. You better use him to get draft picks, trade him in the draft, something like that. Because if you're not going to trade Trey Lance and you're thinking about bringing in Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, then just trade Brock Purdy. Don't kill his career after setting it on fire. He pulling a Tom Brady right now. Like, y'all might have to get rid of everybody just to rock with him. And that's crazy because the second year wonders in sophomore years are always crazier. With that said, I think I'm going to end the show for tonight, y'all. It was a fun show, man. I made my points on all these guys, on all these teams. And I'm going to stand on it. I wish these guys was here so I could talk crap to them. But I'm standing on it with y'all. Standing on it with y'all. So salute to y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe as y'all come in. If y'all on the replay, don't forget to drop a hashtag on your team in the comments. And definitely hit that notification bell so next time I go live, you right there with me. Yeah. Sir Charles, #1 fan. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. C2 Motorsports. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. With that said, I think I'm going to be gone, man. I think I'm going to be gone. That said, I think I'm going to be gone. Y'all make sure y'all give this thumbs up. Give it a little watch in segments. 2-minute watches, 3-minute watches. Think about the points that I said on everything. Give me your replies, your disagreements, your agreements, who you favor. Yeah, the Cowboys are favored. Yeah, the Cowboys are favored. But nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. San Francisco favored to win. That's what it says. Paying on Fox. So I don't know who you watching that have the Cowboys favored, but in Vegas, they got San Fran. They're the #1 defense. Got Brock Purdy. And they supposed to do it. Remember, y'all, I keep it gully good. This is BANGnACES live and direct sport commentary. We had our conversation for the night. We'll be back Saturday. This is the Shits and Giggles picks. This is the Spits and Dribbles picks, Shits and Giggles, an NFL matchup preview. Playoff divisional round episode. Remember, Never judge a book by its cover. Salute to Third Birdie, the Working Bird. Check them out on Spotify and everything else. It's my bro. I'm gone. Bang!
Never judge a book by its cover. Realest story never told, word of mother. The blood been bonded by the never judge a book by its cover. Realest story never told, word of mother. The blood been bonded by the mother. Yeah.
You already made the assumption. The look on your face like you hate me or something. I cannot wait till the day that I'm bumping. People today really think I be bucking. One thing that I value above money is loyalty. Snakes in the grass, I don't cut it, they calling me. Don't want me winning, they trying to get all of me. Deal with the pressure, ain't no annoying me. Remember the joke in the season? They jealous, they couldn't believe it. Now I'm excelling, I'm here for a reason. Blood for my brothers, I pledge the allegiance. I do what I do for a reason. Third pound gave me the teaching. Say your baby daddy stop the bleeding. Cause the lies that he's telling ain't believing. I play it by ear though, throw with a working bird, but I'm the weirdo. Russian roulette, you just better be careful. Work ethic, something real, this what I'm here for. I'ma just stick to the grind. Tunnel vision, take my time.
Gotta take my time.
Homage payer, so you know that I'm paying homage all the time. Never judge a book by its cover. You ain't take the time to discover. Realest story never told, word of mother.